In the USA section this weekend, we hear a lot about our trade imbalance with Japan, but now some of that money is coming back to America. Last year, Japanese tourists spent $4.9 billion in the USA. And if projections are correct, that figure will approach $6 billion this year. This month alone, more Japanese will visit the USA than at any other time. As usual, a lot of their money will be spent in New York. What's unusual is that the tour bus is heading uptown.
Greetings from New York. Wish you were here. Sentiments from 600,000 Japanese who will be here this year, posing in front of famous Gotham City tourist attractions, between shopping trips to Gucci's and Tiffany. For the jaded Japanese to see for, now something new in the ghetto to write home about. Got tour to Harlem.
Do you remember the famous actor or player Paul Robeson? Old man with a little man. He lived on the next cross street. In one of the houses similar to these.
With Overtime Square, Harlem is becoming the hippest photo opportunity for Japanese tourists.
It's very different from Manhattan. I believe that something new is the Harlem. So the people in the Harlem is very good. Different. I like Harlem.
Friendly? Not the adjective most Japanese usually associate with Harlem. Maybe crime-infested, or drug-riddled, or simply dangerously last place you would pay to go.
I thought it was possible to come to Harlem because Harlem, everyone said Harlem is a very dangerous place.
Preconceived fears aside, Japanese spending up to $110 for a package night down in Harlem. If you really want to experience Harlem, of course, you have to get out from behind locked car doors and rolled up windows and step onto the streets. Of course, to get a true taste of a culture, you need to sample the cuisine. And in Harlem, that means soul food and Sylvia's. They're curious and they want to experience the exotic. It's a herd mentality. And where they go is almost incidental. So they go to a springs to sit in the, or in this case, go and have soul food. For them, the experience is that they all did it together, and they had fun there, and they'll talk about it for years to come when they go back to Japan. But the actual experience of the soul food may not be too long.
Everybody, yeah. Hips like these.
For years, a guy of blacks and break cornbread never seemed remote. Controversial speech from the minister suggested blacks and other minorities were lowering the intelligence level of the United States. I'm really going to apologize, but it brought to light the racial stereotypes ingrained in homo figures are thought to be cute.
American people, the way they think the Japanese racist is not racist people. Just simply don't know.
The color dreaming of Japanese, movement through soul food and sightseeing.
I think once they come here and see for themselves, never mind what you hear, come and check it out for yourself.
Do you get them telling you you've changed their mind, opened their eyes?
Well, you know, they talk direct to me, but you can say, gee, this thing is not like I thought.
Next stop on the tour, the Apollo Theater.
This is a special place. I think most excitement place in Harlem.
The greatest world champion we ever had, Mike Tyson.
It's particularly exciting on a night when the special guest is Mike Tyson. That's enough to get even the typically reserved Japanese on their feet. But the main event at the Apollo is music. It's here many famous careers got started. And on amateur night, many more infamous ones were finished.
You nearly took me.
How does that go?
I cried a tear, you want to try. They did not say stop, but they said woo, 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 very woo. But in the song, they gave me very warm applause.
The Japanese liked the Apollo so much, a version was just in Japan with 10 more planned for the near future.
Mr. Nakasone had made comments about black people that I didn't agree with, and I thought if we could expose ourselves to the Japanese populace, they wouldn't agree with him either.
Meanwhile, back on the bus, the Japanese tourists were exposed to the good parts of Harlem they never knew existed. Aunt Lynn's Museum, the summer home of Alexander Hamilton, and a couple of hundred gospel choirs.
Harlem is not a jungle. It's not a jungle. And you haven't seen New York until you've seen Harlem.
So I was just figuring if there's 600,000 Japanese who are visiting New York, they shoot average of 5 rolls of film apiece, and then blow those up to 3x5s, those 72 million prints, they'd be able to walk back to Tokyo on their pictures. Or on a group of midnight riders. No, they're not speed demons and they're not drunk drivers. They call themselves the urban animals, friends just out for a little fun.
The cops call them hell on wheels.